welcome back to the channel. It is 8:50 right now. It's also Friday, October 10th. So it's been a little bit since I last filmed, and I'll explain why. So I'm just heading over to a cafe to study before I have class. Today's class is really just SLS, which is Student Lecture Series. And it's a class at Nova where students get a topic to present on, and then we present. And they kind of range from like surgical position to the renal system and the impacts of anesthesia. And mine is pregnant women, but they're not in labor, under anesthesia. So my presentation is until Halloween, so I've got some time. And then we might also have an anesthesia physiology class, but it kind of varies. Sometimes he changes up the time. So, and honestly, I should know whether we have that class or not today, but honestly, I haven't really been paying attention. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. It just changes when I leave campus to go to a cafe and study. So, anyways. This semester has been really rough for me. Oh, I have a claw clip in, so that's why I'm kind of like to the sides because my thing. Anyways, this semester has been tough, guys. And that's the reason why I haven't been filming. So I think in my last video I said that, I can't remember. I think I said I felt a little bit unprepared for the upcoming exams and things. And I definitely got totally demolished on 2 exams. I mean, one of them ended up, they were both okay. I passed. It wasn't a big deal. But I hate not having, a cushion in my grade. So that kind of really impacted me. I definitely crashed out a little bit. And this was in pharm and anesthesia phys. But we had already the second exam for anesthesia phys, and I did very well. So that made me feel a lot better, but I still haven't taken the second exam in pharm. So that is giving me a lot of anxiety because I want to do really well on that exam, and they're hard exams. So that is kind of where we're at. My mother came and stayed a week, and that was really nice because she cooked for me and cleaned, and it was just a really nice reset. I felt a little bit embarrassed to she offered to come. And I felt slightly embarrassed that I couldn't handle school and things like that. But honestly, it was a really great decision to let her come, and it was really amazing. So it's hard to take care of yourself all the time. And some people have significant others in school, and so I'm sure they feel like that all the time, which is nice. I'm a little bit jealous of that, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's really it. I feel like this semester has felt not great. I'm kind of just getting through it right now. And right now, I told you this is October, and I took an exam yesterday. I did well in it. That was for INM, which is instrumentation and monitoring. I did well on that. And then I have an exam on Tuesday for my Airway 2 class. And I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'm going to study like crazy this next week. And then the week after, I have the pharm exam too, and then an APP exam that week, which is applied, oh my gosh, I don't even know what that stands for, but it's applied anesthesia practices, something like that. And then the following week, anesthesia phys exam 3. Which apparently that exam is harder than the last, so I definitely have to kill it. And then I also have my presentation that final week, at the end of the week on Friday. So anyways, it's a little endless exams, but that's nothing new, let's be honest. First semester was like that, but I think I had the expectation that this semester was not going to be as bad as first semester, because that's what the upperclassmen were saying. And I kind of get what they're saying in the sense, first semester we'd have multiple exams each week, but this semester it's 1 exam a week, which is more doable, but the exams are tougher. And this is very my school specific, so I would just like talk with your upperclassmen for your specific school, obviously. So I took that a little too seriously, I think, when the semester first started, and probably didn't study as much as I should have. I did study a lot though. Like, I don't want to discredit myself or anything, but yeah, could have been a little bit better. Plan for the day is study, class, and then study. So yeah. And then some of the people were commenting in my videos that they wanted to see my Anki. So I will show that today. I don't know if I can show NSU material. What I do is I do image occlusion. That's an add-on. And you basically can kind of block out sections of like an image. So it's really good for like anatomy if you have like a picture and you want to block out, you know, all the different parts of the picture. So then I did that for lectures. Yeah, so I did that for images for my actual lecture slides. So in lecture, I will take screenshots of my lecture slides and then I'll block out sections of the lecture slide. I do this because it's the fastest way to make Anki cards. And then I can start like going over them immediately after lecture. Of course, there are more low quality cards than like if you were to take the time and make like test questions, something like that. But I think someone commented in the video like they struggle with Anki because it takes them a lot of time to make cards. And I know a lot of my classmates feel the same way. And so my method makes sure like I do it quickly without wasting any time beyond the lecture. Because honestly, I feel like taking notes in lecture, like honestly, hardly professors say anything beyond the slides. And if they do, like you can write that down while making the Anki as well, or your friends will have it. And also, if they're saying too much extra from the slides, I find that I won't catch everything anyways. So yeah, like one of my professors says a lot extra from the slides, and I literally cannot get hardly any of it down because she talks too fast and I miss like little things that would be important. So I just don't worry about that, and then I'll worry about it later when I study. But at least I have some foundation when I'm doing my Anki. So yeah, that's kind of how I do it, but I'll show. Maybe I'll do like I'll do an example instead of showing my actual Anki because I can't show NSU material. Yeah, but I can show you. Yeah, I guess I would kind of hold true for my undergrad as well, but I don't know if anyone cares for my undergrad. I don't know. I'll think about it. But this semester, so actually I should say, first semester I literally basically only did Anki, my Anki decks, and then I would do some group study kind of closer to the exam date, and then I would kind of do test questions, like test yourself, generated by ChatGPT or Notebook LM, probably like 2 or 3 days before the exam. So that was kind of my study method, and it worked really well. But now I would say I've changed it up for this semester because honestly, the professors kind of changed their style of testing. They've been doing more clinical based questions like scenarios or application based. And while that's like Anki gives a really good foundation, I just feel like it's not conducive to the style of question right now. So I've been doing I've been cutting my Anki down to like probably 1/3 of what I was doing before. So instead of like doing maybe like 800 cards a day, like 1,000 cards a day, I would probably doing more like 300. Those are not all new cards. Those are like in total cards. So I probably spend about 2 hours doing Anki instead of like 4 or 5 hours of Anki. And then I've been doing more test questions. And the way I generate my test questions, a student in our class, she might be watching this video, so hi. She has a really amazing prompt for Notebook LM that does really good test question. It generates really good test questions that I'd say are very reflective of the style of questions we actually get on exams. And so I like have it generate about like 200 questions per lecture slide, per lecture. So I usually have like 3 or 4 lectures, and then I will do about 50 questions every day on each lecture. And then I do like a separate Google Doc sheet of like any like notes of like what I didn't know. Because typically, you know, like I'm starting both with Anki and test questions. So it's like I'm missing quite a lot, as you can imagine. So I will put the question into ChatGPT, and then I will have it explained to me. And then I'll have it explain even more things I don't understand. And then I'll tell ChatGPT, hey, can you write me notes based off this topic? And then I'll add that to the Google Doc. So it's like a running thing of stuff I didn't know. And it's easy to find, like search, because it has little tabs in Google Docs. So anyways, that's what I've been doing. And I feel like it's been working really well. And it's very efficient. So it's definitely cut down my study time a little bit. Or I don't know. I don't know if I could say that though, because I was studying more all of my exams every day, because I was doing all my Anki every day. But now I'm more so doing one exam at a time, which I don't know if how that will go coming up, because I have a lot of exams coming up. So that's definitely a little bit more risky. I don't know. I'll keep you updated. Anyways, I've been talking too long already. I'm gonna go to the cafe. Class is done. I don't have my anesthesia phys class today, so it is now 2, and I'm gonna head to a cafe and do some more studying. I basically just try to change my location every like 3 hours or so, because I tend to lose focus, And I feel like that's the only way that I really get that focus back, is really just moving and maybe having like a snack or a drink, something like that. So yes, that is it. That is the update. Oh, I did show my Anki a little bit. Those were, the ones I showed were students, like upperclassmen's notes from lectures, so it's not like NSU material or something. So I felt like it was okay to show that. I don't do that for every single lecture. I just did it for those ones because I thought the students' notes were better than the actual slides. And then also, I added some like little videos to a playlist on the channel, just things that I was learning and videos I was watching to study. So it's not like comprehensive or anything, but little tidbits of things I'm learning. So maybe if you're interested, you could look at that, because I know someone was commenting, like wanting to know like what we were learning. So there you go. Anyways, I'll check in later. I am home now. It is 8:19, so pretty late. I went to that cafe for a while, and then I think around 5 p.m. I took a little break and went to Target, got some things, and then I went to Whole Foods for like 2 hours. I find that Whole Foods is really nice when you have like zero motivation, because you can get like a little snack, sweet treat, little dinner, and they have a lot of nice drinks too. I've been really liking Olipop. Their apple crisp one is so good. So that is basically it. A lot of studying. Honestly, this is kind of reflective of most days this semester. Honestly, like I'm definitely studying a ton. I will say, like, there's a spectrum of how much people study in my program, right? Like, some people don't really need to study as much as I do. So just keep that in mind. Like, while I would say, you know, some people do need to study as much as I do. Like, I'd say a majority probably do. But I know some people that study like a couple days before, the night before, for some exams, and they do fine. I'm just not one of those people. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you watch my videos. Not everyone's experience is like mine, but I think mine is definitely realistic, I'd say. So yeah, I will probably take an hour of a break, maybe 30 minutes, and then I'll do a little bit more studying. I'm thinking about taking a bath and doing some more Anki. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to bed early tonight. I've been trying to sleep more because honestly I'm exhausted. I look kind of rough. It's been raining all day, which kind of adds to the nice study vibes. But anyways, yeah. I hope you guys liked looking at some of the things I'm studying. I hope you found that interesting. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care of yourselves, get good sleep. I know a lot of you are probably in undergrad still, so I know it's midterm season upon us, probably for most of you. So take care of yourselves, eat well, sleep well, exercise, all that good stuff. Okay, good night.